Let me pull that up real quick.
The
Good
mic.
morning. Good morning. God bless. It is Feel Good Friday. It is Friday, August the 30th, 2024, 14 minutes after the hour. Welcome, everyone. This is Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. The chat room is wide open, like we say each and every day. You can call in. The number's 570-982-6950. Broadcasting on all social media platforms for you guys. We truly appreciate you. We hope you and your families are doing well this morning. I say the same thing every morning, but I do mean this. Like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. This sounds so robotic. It is what it is, just because there might be someone new listening to the show. This is where you get your morning love. Without a doubt, you already know. And it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. To the Queen, SennyJ, God bless. Good to see you. Looking well this morning. You too, you as well, Miss Miko. God bless you, SennyJ. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this Feel Good Friday. We're going to get started, of course, with Senny Says, where I will let you know what is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have Front Page News with SennyJ, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that. Hey, Miss Miko girl.
Hey, Cindy. Hey, Shawn. Good
Hey.
morning, chat room members. It's your girl, Miss Miko. It feels good to be here with you guys today. It's kind of dreary outside, but nonetheless, we are alive. So as long as you're alive and free, it's a good day to be here. We have a great show packed for you today. We got Miss Miko's tips. We got a silly crime that'll cost you time. We have so much going on. I have to let you know what's happening Labor Day weekend. What do you do Labor Day weekend? I got some events and ideas for you. Before we get into that, let's talk about the weather. Right here in Lehigh Valley, where we broadcast live from, it is currently 64 degrees, going to a high of 72. It will be partly cloudy the entire day, but no rain is in sight during the day. Maybe in the evening, but during the day, you're fine to move about, roam about freely. New York City, same deal, 65, going to 74. Absolutely no sun, only clouds today, but again, no rain. So no rain to me is a win. So definitely go out, enjoy your day, take a sweater. It's going to be a little cool, but keep your head on a swivel because you know it's Labor Day weekend. We got people, we got the migrants out there. We got the tourists out there. We got all kind of stuff happening. Keep your head on a swivel and stay safe. But before you do anything, you want to stick with us, the only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Miko. And let's give a round of applause to Miss Miko because she has the best voice out of all three of us of all
Oh,
time. Let's clap for her.
please. But
Boy,
I'll take my flowers.
you got that TikTok voice down pat. You got that Instagram story voice down pat. So we want to say that first. And the next thing I want to say, whatever, Stephanie. Stephanie always talks.
Stephanie's hilarious.
Yeah, because she's
Stephanie, we gonna
comfortable.
send you something, girl.
Yeah, she's one of those comfortable types. She gets around folks and then starts her madness.
I don't know if
And she's a
that's
very smart,
comfortable for.
she's a very smart and funny woman, but she always likes to start up, and that's why we appreciate her on the show. Well, before we start, I just want to say this. Um, we praise Cindy J for her, her weight loss and her commitment to her weight loss. And I like to say on this show that Miss Miko, Cindy J, has surpassed you on the skinniest neck on the show. Let's clap.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Cindy, that neck, a 6-month-old can wrap their hands around that neck.
I'm done,
Cindy,
Shawn.
Cindy, congratulations, because there was one point on this show before we start the show, you had the biggest neck on this show, and I'm put a pause on that. Your neck was bigger than my neck. And now, and Miss Miko had the smallest neck on the show, and that was well documented. And now, Miss Miko, she has surpassed you, like I said, with the smallest neck. Yeah, your neck is cool. Dope neck. Shout out to your husband, Mike. He's probably doing strange things to that neck as he's supposed to, or as he should. But Miss Miko, how do you feel right now that Cindy J has passed you on the thinnest neck on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team? I yield my time to you, Miss Miko.
It is my pleasure to pass on the crown of skinniest neck on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show to my beloved Cindy J. Here you are, Cindy. Do you
Thanks,
accept,
girl.
do you accept, girl?
I mean, I guess
Okay.
the traumas and make fun of that I've received have inspired me to lose this neck. So thank you for that, Shawn. That little bit of PTSD right at the end. I
That's right.
appreciate it.
So now we like to sing this song. She's got the skinniest neck
Can we
on the
move
Shawn
on?
Harvey
I'm ready to
Morning Show.
start the show.
She's got the skinniest neck on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Her neck could be choked by a 12-year-old.
Shawn.
She got the skinniest neck
Sure, she don't want to play with us today.
on the
She said
Shawn
not
Harvey
today.
Morning
No, let him
Show.
go. Let him go. So when he talks about the viewers
Neck.
we got, we can reference this. We can reference this.
She got the skinniest neck on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. All right, welcome. We truly appreciate you. And for the record, before we move on again, Miss Miko, you don't know this, but SennyJ and I, we just had a brief conversation before you came into the room. We had literally both just woke up, not together,
I
almost
sure hope not.
at the same time to start the show. I literally woke up at 7:51.
Did you
Uh,
brush your teeth?
I brushed my teeth and I walked the dog
Okay.
and came and ran back in and started the show. I don't know why Cindy overslept. That's none of my business, but I'll tell you why I overslept. I was out last night once again doing stand-up comedy at Truth Lounge in Queens. I hosted the show for the beloved New York King talent. And the show didn't end till 12:15. And Miss Miko, I did not get home till almost 2:45 a.m. because it was bad weather and they was doing construction. But I want to shout out myself and then I'll move on because there was a lot of young folks in there last night in their 20s. I'm talking about mid 20s. And they found my humor hilarious because you might think that there's some kind of disconnect between a man that's 59-year-old and a bunch of 24-year-olds. Totally agree. That's what the real funny is when you can be funny in front of, not in front of your peer groups. So I want to shout out these young ladies and these young folks that showed their uncle, their grandfather some love last night.
Shout out to everyone that went to Truth Lounge.
Y'all got to come to Truth Lounge, even though it's on a Thursday. It's packed in there. And let me tell you something. I was tired as hell when I walked out of there, but I felt good. So shout out to all the comedians that came out last night. And we had a great time and we had a ball at Truth Lounge. And to all the comedians that's on this show, listening out in the world, you stay on stage because that's where the fun's at.
Sure.
And for the and just one quick thing, Miss Miko, and I know this has been a recurrency for me throughout the years, and I've shared this on the show. SennyJ and Miss Miko, one of those 20-year-old young chicks gave your uncle a compliment. The young girl said, I was funny and I look good for my age.
Okay.
Give me a round. Give me, and she gave me that look like you look good.
She was like, "Can you be my daddy?"
Yeah, she was
So
trying to
that's
get a
what that
sugar
was
daddy
about.
situation.
What's up, Mr. Funny Man?
Exactly.
What's up,
She
Mr.
saw you on
Comedian?
stage. She was like, I could probably deal with that.
Yeah.
Let me get a shoot my shot because he wants something like
Let me see
this.
if he bite.
Don't take it too literal now. You was looking like a lick. Okay.
Yeah.
You was looking like a lick.
Yo,
But
wait a minute.
that's good, Shawn. That's so great for you.
That's not why y'all kind of taking my little shine away. Can't this woman be sincere and just have a compliment for the
Because
old school?
we didn't want you to go off into District 9 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking that a 20-year-old wanted you.
Yeah. And that gets a little crazy.
It gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
It gets a little wild. We just
pull it
wanted
back.
we reel it in, bring it back, bring it back.
Reel it back in?
Reel it back in. But that is good. It's always an ego boost. You know, I get it.
So I want to thank those young folks between 25 and 30 years old that showed me some love. I don't care what city talking about. It felt good to me.
I know.
So shout out to
Ready to
them
make you
young
feel
folks.
good too. for that
Shout
queen.
out to them young folks out there. City, whatever. That's why I can't stand sharing what I go through on this show because you come through on the hating. And
I
to
got
them
your
young
back. I got
and
your
to them
back.
young ladies,
She was about to drain your bank account, Sean. Trying to
what?
save you from yourself.
Anyhow, you would have gave her any kind of fever, any type of feedback. It's over. It's
Okay.
up.
And Miss Miko, no. Okay. Miss
Mm,
I,
Miko be pulling them in.
sliding
yo,
in them
Show them that.
DMs.
Because she married.
Mm.
She got to.
and Miss Miko, I was a gentleman about it. I said to this young lady, "Thank you so much. You're a very attractive young lady as well. I'm glad that you enjoyed the show, and I appreciate you for coming out and follow me on Instagram. I kept it so professional.
And then she
I'm,
left and gave you a hug under the shoulder. She came in like this and hugged you.
you
And
know
she
what?
pressed
I'm
herself
done.
against
I'm
your body,
done.
didn't she?
I'm done. Yo, these two queens on this show, I hate them right
Yo.
now. I'm done. That's terrible from both
I,
of you.
we're women. We know. We know.
Right, right. We
So
know
take
these tricks.
this as facts.
Yo, I'm done.
Did she follow you back on Instagram yet though? Did she?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
But Sean, while you're talking about the show, I want to just say a special shout out to you, Sean, for being on the bill with Marlon Wayans October 19th at the Wind Creek Casino and Event Center. So you guys, if you have never seen Shawn Harvey live at stand up, this is one of your chances to come and check him out on October 19th.
That's right.
Shout out to you, Sean.
Or
That's
you,
a win
or
for
you,
us all.
Nah, Miss
young.
Miko dropping a little spot for Sean.
Okay.
He paying you in the back. You got paid?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out after 8 years.
Yeah. I was just listening to it like, who is that talking about me?
Shout out to Sean. You did it, bro.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
He already said he's not giving us tickets, Miss Miko. So I don't
Wait,
know.
what?
Oh my God.
He said he can't get us backstage already. So I don't
Wait,
know if he
what?
told you that before
Wait.
the promo. Yeah, that must have been the fine print in the
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Shout out to everyone in the chat room. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team. Shout out to all the women that are 25 to 30 years old hollering at me. I appreciate y'all. I'm a married man, but God bless y'all, and I thank you for that. Shout out to, once again, Miss Miko for the radio voice. God bless her. And one more time before we get into front page news, everybody, especially folks who just joined the chat before we started, let's give a round of applause to SennyJ because now she officially has the smallest, thinnest neck of the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Waco Team.
Dragging it. We're
Let's
dragging
talk
it.
about she surpassed Miss Miko, who held that crown for years. And now Miss Miko doesn't have the skinniest neck no more. And I don't have the skinniest neck, obviously. So even though SennyJ is dwindling away, let's praise her with that neck from nowhere. Let's go.
Oh
Shout out to
my
Cindy,
God.
y'all. Shout out to Cindy.
Thanks,
Shout out to you.
guys. Thanks, I
So
appreciate it.
let's get into this, man. Front page news, SennyJ. Welcome to everyone in the chat room. We truly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. You already know, like, share, follow, subscribe. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team. 8 years strong. You know what it is. This is the main podcast of the morning. I don't care what anybody says. City front page news, S to the E, double N-Y, and you can't deny front page news, y'all. And then we'll go to Miss Miko. And happy Friday, everybody. Miss Miko was right. It's a jury kind of Friday, but it's all good. Like my mother say, thank God for Jesus. Let's go.
Right.
Oh, wait, and shout out to my moms and my Aunt Netta and my Aunt Mary. My Aunt Mary celebrated 90th birthday the other day.
Wow, Aunt Mary,
Oh,
happy
shout out to Aunt
birthday.
Mary and Mama
Yeah,
Harvey.
they're all in Atlanta, Georgia right now. So my mother's 92, my aunt is 90, and my other aunt, I think she's about 88 or 87. And these are three sisters that's have are truly blessed with longevity. And God bless my mother and both of my aunts. They're down in Atlanta, Georgia, doing their thing. And then Miss Miko, my mom's hit me up yesterday. Yo, run that Zelle, son. Run that Zelle, son.
Word.
So, so,
As you
so,
should.
as the good son I am, I ran that Zelle.
That's what I'm talking about.
My mother don't have Zelle. I think there's I think it's an age
What is she
restriction or
talking about that?
I
She
think
got
like
Cash
Joe
App
Biden.
though.
My mother's 92. I don't think she has a Zelle. She doesn't have none of that. So I gotta sell it to my cousin, the people that are down there with her. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to my Aunt Mary, 90 years old. God bless you. Cindy,
That's
let's go. You,
Yes, you
you all right,
guys.
Cindy? Cindy, you all right?
Well, first,
Something wrong with the neck?
yeah.
Cindy, well, can you show them
Yes.
your neck? I done praised your neck. Before you start, can you lift up the neck so everybody can see again? There's new people in the chat room.
No, I don't think they want to see my neck.
There you go.
put it
Let's
up below
clap.
in the chat room if you want to see Cindy's neck. All right.
You guys are ridiculous.
She got
Um,
the thinnest neck.
um, I'm reaching out to Miss Miko on this one because I did see my good sis went to go see Usher up there in Boston. It looked like
Mm-hmm.
a fabulous show.
Mm-hmm.
Was it different than the show we went to go see in Vegas?
Yes, it was toned down. Vegas was 10 out of 10. Boston was like 7 out of 10. It was severely
Okay.
toned down. Yeah.
Well, he is not young enough said, I'm making you want neck bones for dinner. I can't. Young and I. What? That's
I
Sean
love the
making you
chat
want
room.
that.
It never
I just
Neck
astounding.
bone neck. Cindy, neck bone J. I like it. Go ahead.
Please no. Um,
Okay.
Usher, Usher has sparked rumors and debate because the public is reacting to the singer possibly using a body double during his tour. Let's see. Let's see. Internet users have been calling out the R&B singer recently, accusing him of using a body double at one point during his current tour. Discussion about the matter started when a social media user posted an eyebrow-raising video allegedly taken at Usher's past, present, future tour stop in DC, which was last week. In the short clip, the singer, I'm sorry. In the short clip, the singer appears to look like himself on stage, but sounds noticeably different while performing his hit single, Yeah, prompting many to question whether the individual seen is actually Usher. Reacting to the video, some commenters shared their belief that the singer used a body double, likely to have more rest periods throughout the lengthy concert. Usher was initially set to kick off his performances in Atlanta, but announced he was postponing several dates after sustaining a neck injury during rehearsals. Other commenters, namely those who attended Usher's concerts in Washington, however, were adamant that they got the real deal. Some argued that the video may not be from the actual concert at all. One user even shared their own video of the singer performing the same song in the same outfit, and from their angle, it's clear as day that it's Usher hitting the stage. We have not gotten any feedback from Usher. He hasn't had a comment on this. This has just been brewing online. So I'd like to ask Miss Miko if she felt like she saw the real Usher.
Cindy, I was front row, front and center, and that was Usher through and through the show. We didn't encounter any weird voices, any AIs going on. It was none of that situation. It was him singing, dancing, skating through and through the entire show. I don't know what happened in DC. I wasn't there. I can't speak to it. But as far as Boston was concerned, it was the USHERRAYMOND. That's who was on stage.
Yo,
Okay. Okay.
yo,
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. The
yo.
internet is tripping. That was really
Yeah.
Usher. But he needs to stop skating around. That was probably what that neck injury was
That
about.
neck injury was about, right?
We get it. You can skate, bro. Hang them up. Okay? Before you tear your Achilles or something. Like,
It brings a little razzle dazzle to the show.
We
All right,
don't got
well,
enough room for that. You falling off stage. You doing all types of mess. Hang the skates up. Give them to your sons.
and,
Cut it
and
out.
first of all, shout out to Robert McFall. He asked the question, "Where's the greens that go with the neck bones?" That was funny.
Oh my God.
Miss Miko, you sitting there chanting Usher's name like you're some type of cheerleader. Watch it before Mike shove you in the head.
Oh my God. He's not
Not
here.
my-
I can talk my smack. He ain't here. He not in the chat
Ooh,
room.
good girl.
There's
Get
no
it
one
all
ask
out.
me anything today.
He was in the chat room yesterday.
I'm trying to hold you down
You
yesterday.
know, don't show no other man too much love in the crib. You might get one of these. Cindy, when the last time you got one of these?
Oh God.
Never.
Ladies in the chat room, put a #1 chat room if you had one of these.
Oh my God. Not making fun of
Yeah.
domestic violence.
Thank you for our beloved Miss Miko, who happened to be at at least one of the Usher concerts after the Las Vegas tour. That when he was doing the Vegas dates, and Cindy and Miss Miko was out there living their glory last year. No question about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the perfect example I'm talking about. You see how somebody can spread some rumor that is a body double, and these rumors all of a sudden, curate into some type of life, and
Right.
people start believing it. The man doesn't have a body double. Everybody, he's out there doing his thing. There's nobody taking his place. As a matter of fact, Usher is our modern day Sammy Davis Jr. and Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's our great leader of R&B right now. You can't be mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
Not the intimate. I wasn't at the Vegas show. They could speak more about it to me, but I could see, at least I could see visually that it was probably a more intimate situation with him performing comparison at some theater in Boston.
Right.
I'm not going to tell Miss Miko's knocked it down to a 7. If I was there, I'd still give him a 10 because he's still a great performer. But that's Miss Miko's opinion. But for him for y'all folks out there in the internet world to say that you got body doubles, y'all need to knock it off. Give yourself a body double.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us out there need our own body doubles to mind our business. Let this man live. He's a performer. He's doing it. Cindy just said he had a neck injury. He's out there. He's exhausted. He's singing. He's dancing. He's a singer and a dancer and a skater.
Mm-hmm.
This man is 100% all, and y'all sitting up there. I'll give him a 6.
But you know what? I was biased because I was expecting to see the Vegas show all over again. I didn't see that. So that's why I was kind of like, yeah, the show was shorter and he didn't do as much as he did in Vegas. So that's just my opinion.
And
but for
shout out
someone
to
who's never seen the show, 10 out of 10. They'll love it.
Right. So,
and I went with coworkers. The coworkers were at all. I'm like, really? Yeah.
And shout out to Miss Miko. She's racking the door up over there. She got front row seats staring at Usher while the sweat is hitting her in the forehead. Let's clap for Miss Miko.
I told y'all, Miss Miko, y'all need
What
to
you
get
got?
her as a friend.
I tell you what, let's segue into Miss Miko, into her tips. And then, guys, if you're enjoying the show, shout out to Princess Cox, No Pause, LaShawn Haynes Jones, God bless, and Roma Johnson, everybody in the chat room. We truly appreciate you. We are our own little group, and we in this for the duration. And God bless all you guys that take time out to listen to the show. I know some of y'all ain't sharing the show, but I know y'all parked in this chat room every morning, and I still appreciate each and every one of you. Miss Miko, it's your turn. What's going on? She said the Labor Days. This is Labor Day weekend. I didn't even realize it was Labor Day weekend, SennyJ. I swear. But we'll turn it over to Miss Miko. What's going on?
It is Labor Day weekend 2024. Another one in the books is coming up. So I have 5 great things to do in New York City this weekend. I want to first start off by saying, you guys that live in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, New Jersey Transit is giving away free rides the entire weekend until 11 p.m. on Monday. So you can take the bus or the train or light rail into New York City, absolutely free, no charge. So leave the car and just go be tourists this weekend. One thing that you can do, you can take a Brooklyn Bridge tour. It's a free walking tour. It happens the morning of Labor Day, which is Monday, September 2nd. And you're going to walk over the iconic New York City landmark. It starts at 9 a.m. You're going to reach your guide. And then you're going to stop at different parks and you're going to see different scenery along the Brooklyn Bridge, as well as they'll point out different landmarks. So that's something kind of low key to do. You could bring the kiddos. It's, non-threatening. So I think you should check that out. Second thing you're going to do, which I'm going to do, I'm going to celebrate the West Indian Day Parade along Eastern Parkway. I'm going to jump up and act bad and carry on and be on the truck and wind my waistline to soca calypso and all the crazy music, everything going on. The food vendors is out there, jerk chicken, aki, you name it, curry goat. Everything is going to be there on Eastern Parkway. And that also happens on Monday, September 2nd, along Eastern Parkway, starting at Rochester, and it ends at Grand Army Plaza in Brooklyn. The next thing you can do, if you want to kind of lay back and chill, you can attend the U.S. Open. You forgot tennis is there? The U.S. Open has been there since August 26th. It runs through September 8th at the Flushing Meadows Corona Park in Queens. So if you want to get away from the craziness of the parade, you ain't walking over no bridge, but you just want to sit in the hot sun and watch people hit balls back and forth, go to U.S. Open. That's the spot for you. Last but not least, something else that I love to do, I love fireworks. On the Coney Island Boardwalk, every night, starting tonight through Monday, they're going to have a fireworks display show from 9:45 until 10:30. So that's a great way to wind down your evenings, wind down your Labor Day weekend, go to Coney Island with the family, bring a chair or a blanket, and just sit out and enjoy the fireworks. And that is Miss Miko's tips of what to do this weekend, Labor Day 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do go to any of my places, take a picture, tag me, and let me see what you guys are doing this weekend.
Oh, that was so much fun. Sounds like
That was excellent. Thank you for sharing all this information on your tips. I don't know about going to the U.S. Open and watching people hit balls back and forth. I'm gonna put a pause on
Be
that.
like this the whole weekend.
I'm not doing that. We're gonna put
Not
a
my
super
thing.
pause on that.
that's
Do white folks go? Do black folks watch tennis? I mean, I'm talking about regular black folks. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the French Canadian white of black folks. I'm not talking about the no Scandinavian black folks. I'm not talking about the European black folks. I'm talking about straight neighbors. Do we are we partaking in the U.S. Open? Do we go out there? Thanks for bringing that up because I need to know: are regular neighbors going attending the U.S. Open? And one thing about your tip, I truly appreciate you sharing about the free commuter rail for Jersey City. And that's important because, even though people are still out here getting DUIs, it's have dramatically dropped because of, the ride shares and municipalities are opening up, their transit for free rides. There's some people who still ride free anyway, regardless of what the situation is on the train and stuff, and mass transit. That's a great look. The West Indian Day Parade, in my lifetime, I attended one time in my life, and it was, as Miss Miko would say back in the day, I think she came up with the word. It was a vibe. The West Indian Parade and the West Indian Parade in New York City and the Puerto Rican Parade. I think the West Indian Parade is better than the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Puerto Rican Day runs second. I used to sell beer back in the day at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. But yeah, I used to be out there. Cold beer. I used to do y'all don't know. I used to hustle. We used to bring the beer out at 4 in the morning. The police would do their sweep at 6 in the morning, and then you would never see the police again. And then we'd go out and sell our beer. But the West Indian Parade, I believe. Oh, and let's throw the and I'll ask SennyJ and Miss Miko, and I'll ask everybody to travel this question. I have never attended the gay parade, but it seems like that's a turn up as well.
Yes,
So the West Indian Parade, from my experience, I've been there one time. It was an unbelievable spectacle of great joy, dancing, love, the vibe. It was dope. I swear, I even came out there, Roddy Mo.
You said what, Sean?
I said, Roddy Mo.
Roddy Mo.
We want selector. I came out doing all that.
Crazy.
Shout out to the West Indian Day Parade. That parade is something else.
Yep.
But But I just want to ask you that the gay parade and the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York City is also turned up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I know that the West Indian folks, and God bless you, I love you. Shawn Harvey is a regular black True Sugars, but I do have that Caribbean vibe in me because I'm around a lot of y'all. But what I'm saying is this, and look, you got the motherland on this show right now. SennyJ is a Trinidadian in denial, and Miss Miko is a barbarian. I don't know, a barbarian.
I am Guyanese, 100% through and through. Born
She's a
in Guyana.
Guyanese. She's a Guyanese, and the other one is Trinidadian. Okay.
Please, Shawn.
So
Please.
I embrace this culture on this show every day.
No, you don't.
But my whole thing is this. And if you're of West Indian descent, could you put in the chat room? Rep your country. Rep your
flag, y'all, in the chat room. Drop your flag in the chat room.
Yeah, drop your flag in the chat room. Go for it. Go for it. But SennyJ, let me ask you, have you ever been to the gay parade?
Yes.
Have you been to the West Indian Day Parade in New York City?
Yeah.
Okay, Cindy, then you're qualified to answer this question because I haven't been to the gay parade. And I don't mind. I'll go to a gay. I went to a gay parade in Eastern Pennsylvania. I get it.
It's not the same.
Miss Miko, have you been to the gay parade in New York City?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So then look, guys, I'm excited. Both of these young ladies have been to both parades. Cindy, I ask you first. Which parade is more turned up for real? The West Indian Day Parade, New York City?
It is.
Or the gay parade, New York City? Talk to me.
I think it's like a different level of turned up. You know what I'm saying? It's like what, I like the West Indian Parade because you feel like, it's like your people. It's more, the music is more lively and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But the Pride Parade is fun too. It's just a different energy. And I think parades depend on who you're with though too. Like if you're with people that are, not active, it's gonna be boring. So if you're gonna go to parades, you need to go with people that is ready to be outside. Period. I'm outside all day.
Anything goes at the parades. Anything goes.
When I went to the Labor Day parade last year, me and my friends had already been out. It was like we were in Manhattan. The club closed at like 3. Then we went to go get something to eat, and then we met these guys, and they was like, "Oh, we heading over to the Parkway." So we was out there from like 6 a.m. to like maybe like 12. We were like, we gotta go inside.
Yeah.
But it was really a vibe because at 6 a.m. they was outside. Okay, so It was a good time.
So you would say that the West Indian Parade is more turned up than the Pride. I'm sorry, Pride Parade, not gay parade. Pride Parade.
Yeah, definitely.
Miss Miko,
they're outside all day.
Miss Miko.
Mm-hmm.
You said you shared with us that you've been to both.
Yes.
Which one is the turn up?
The West Indian Day Parade.
All right, let's clap for that.
Mm-hmm. Your body want to move when you hear the bass coming from them trucks. You got to move your waist. Like, it's just crazy. Sean, you should come with me on Monday. What you do on Monday, Sean?
I'm good.
I'll pick you up at 11.
Oh no. And stay out there all day?
Yes, I'll pick you up at 11.
I'm an American. I'm good. Miss Miko, do you get dressed up in those outfits and those costumes?
I used to as a kid, but I haven't as an adult. I used to. Because, my family was into it. So we used to like play the steel drum and all of that, but I don't do it anymore.
Okay. Because I think that's a beautiful situation as well. Everybody dancing and turned up. But y'all be careful out there on Monday. And Miss Miko, thanks for your tips. That's what's up. So look, free transit in New Jersey. Nothing going on out in Pennsylvania. Everything's turned up in New York. And one more thing she said, I thought that was really dope. Guys, free walking tour over the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean that sounds really. It doesn't sound like it costs a lot, and you can have a good time. And speaking of that thing, and I know we talked about this recently. I just want to bring it up since Miss Miko talked about it. There's a lot of Babylonians doing tours in the hood, and this part of me, I get it as far as business and being an entrepreneur and finding ways and means for income, and the Babylonians have struck again. But I'm disappointed in the other end, on the other side of this, because a lot of us live in the hood, and we should have these tours because we're more knowledgeable because we live there. They have tour buses dropping off in front of my mother's, in front of the avenue from my mother's street every day. And when you get off the bus, you see nothing but a bunch of Nordics and Scandinavian. And there's a Babylonian tour guide. They're talking about the Big Pun mural. They're talking about this building here, right in the hood. My area in the Bronx where I grew up is the worst. Other than the South Bronx, it's the next worst neighborhood in almost New York City. And the Babylonians and the Nordics and the Scandinavians have exploited the financial gains in the hood by doing tours. And I'm shame on us.
Yep.
Shame on us. And what I'm thinking now is that I think that Black folks and Latinos should start their own tours.
Let me tell you, Shawn.
In the hood. Because the Nordics have taken over my hood. I don't care if the Nordics take over my hood as far as residential and try to push everybody out. That happens all the time. Sometimes nothing you can do about that because it's political and it's about the money. But the tours,
but
come on, Black and Latinos, let's start our own tours. And I'll tell you what, then, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start a tour in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I know they got a bunch of them out there. I don't know nothing about Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
You going to a Pembroke Projects?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Pembroke Project. Yeah, yes. I'm gonna do a tour. A Black man gonna do a tour in a white neighborhood.
And who would go?
City to shut him up.
Who the hell is signing up for that? Ain't no Black folk. You're gonna be talking to a bunch of these people.
Well, I'd rather do that with a bunch of Babylonians. And only thing I'm saying is this, and I'll yield my time to Miss Miko because I know she wanted to say something about this. Black folks, let's get it together, especially in the inner cities of New York or wherever, Philly, whatever you're from. Let's stop the Nordics from coming in the hood and getting that money. They might be charging $10 to $30 a person. They walk around with the microphone. They got 25 people following them. What are we doing here? But we in the hood shooting each other.
Yep.
And then the only thing they do is get back on the bus at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and they head someplace else. No.
Yep.
So, Shawn, you should do the walking tour and do it at night. They stop at 1. You start yours promptly at 7:30 p.m. and take them through the hood. Give them the real tour.
Tell them leave all the valuables on the bus.
The BX After Dark. And run that thing till about 10:30, 11. You know, they ain't gonna be out, and y'all have flashlights too. And little vests with the reflectors on it. And give them the real tour.
They'll be targets. They'll be robbed. They'll be targets. Here they come.
I mean, you could call it the tours about that life. You know what I'm saying? You only gotta get on the bus if you about this life. We might have to pop off. Be ready. Keep your head on a swivel and let's go.
Yo, I love it.
$25. $25 a head. You can even put on a hazard fee. You can add a hazard fee onto that.
Yo, City, I love it.
Waiver.
I love it. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So, Miss Miko, I love it. Miss Miko, thank you for your tips. We truly appreciate you. Okay, back to front page news, SennyJ. Thank you, Miss Miko. You adjusted your camera angle finally. But why are you bent over like this? What are you doing?
The chair is turning. I can't turn the chair. It keeps going to the side. That's why I'm fighting to hold on to the counter so I can stay straight. Because it keeps turning naturally. Look, my chair's just turning.
Not you fighting for your life.
Shout out to my beloved niece Shannon Berry in the building. God bless you. You know I love you. We family. It's all good. Cindy, go ahead. What's next?
Hey, Shannon Berry. Lynette Serrano said, my niece and her family were here from the UK and they stayed at a hotel on the west side. Something they booked on the internet. They loved it. Oh, did they do a walking tour, Lynette? Let us know. Okay, let me see here. I'm trying to see which next story. Okay, this one was kind of intense. An assistant principal came out and gave a press conference saying how she lost sight in one eye after a student attack. Okay,
Oh,
this
no.
school year just started. School year just started. The assistant principal, her name is Chandra Rogers, was attacked at Collins Intermediate School when a behavioral teacher at the school called administrators on the radio for assistance with an aggressive student. Rogers said she was the first administrator to arrive in the classroom and encountered students and the teacher outside the room. She said one student who the aggressive student assaulted was holding his head. The aggressive student remained in the room. She said, I entered and found the student was still irate and found the room ransacked with overturned furniture. I knew I had to be as calm as possible and I spoke lowly and slowly. She said the aggressive student picked up a chair and acted like he was going to throw it. He finally did throw it at me, but I caught it mid-air. He picked up another chair to throw at me when another assistant principal entered the room. I used the first chair to block the second. What? Girl, get out of there.
She like this.
Like, what? What the hell? What is going on?
Right. Oh,
He
my
picked up
goodness.
a third and threw it at the other assistant principal, and I used that initial chair to block the one that he threw at her.
I can't.
The student then threw a wooden hanger at Rogers, and she could not stop it fast enough, she said. The hanger hit me on my right eye and knocked it out of her socket. I grabbed my head while blood was pouring out of my head and stumbled out through the classroom door. She was airlifted to Parkland Medical Center in Dallas. She underwent surgery and doctors were able to put her eye back, but they believe the damage is permanent. Rogers said she still requires additional surgeries to repair her eyelid and doctors may have to remove her eye. This tragedy affected not only my husband, my children, family, and friends, but also negatively affected my school district and community. The student involved in the attack has been restricted to a specific location and cannot be on campus. The incident has been referred to the Navarro County District Office and the Juvenile Probation Department. And they believe the DA's office is going to handle it from there. What's kind of alarming about the situation is I'm because it said a behavioral teacher called her. So I'm kind of thinking, was this a special needs student? I looked at several articles and they didn't specify. So if this was a special needs situation, it is like kind of unfortunate. But also, like, I feel like instead of her just going in there, like they needed like lock the student in the classroom or something until like somebody can like find a way to diffuse it other than like what were you gonna do? Like you over there blocking chairs. What were you gonna do when you got close to the student?
Mm-hmm.
You were gonna restrain him, like tie him in a chair? Like I don't know. Like I just feel like they went about this all wrong. And like, is it messed up if she sues the family? Like, is she gonna sue the family? This is crazy. Her eye looks crazy. Black woman. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Welcome
That
to the
is a
show.
shame. And the student
Welcome.
wasn't expelled. It was the students confined to another area of school. Oh, baby, the way I'm playing up that FMLA, I ain't never coming back to work. I'm out of work for the next 5 years with full pay. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. This is a sad story.
Prentice said not lock him in the classroom like you're trapping a mouse. Tell he calm down.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You know classrooms have those little windows now.
Uh,
Close that joint. Call the nurse. Get a sedative. Call his mama. We gonna leave him in here until he comes. You up in there like a gladiator? Blocking?
Okay.
No,
All right. All right.
no,
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
no.
You guys are thinking more rational about this than I am because I'm going back to the medieval days. I don't care how challenged this student is mentally. If he has the awareness to pick up a chair and start throwing chairs, then this to me is a criminal act. The woman, yes, she might have made him. You're right. I totally agree. The first chair was thrown at me. I'm walking out. This is not part of my pay scale. This is not what I do here. I don't care if this child has behavioral problems. I don't care. And unfortunately, this woman has lost her eye. He hit her with a hanger in her eyeball. Imagine the horrific a scene that could be. Somebody hit you, your eye socket is on the floor, and you grabbing it, and you running you taking your eye, and you trying to put it in some ice. And we sitting here talking about reassigning this child or put him in another class. This is a criminal act. I don't care. I don't care. This child should go to jail. I don't care. We could always mask the fact that, look at this young lady. We could always mask the fact that, he has problems and we know this about this child. No, it's no excuse to me. This was a criminal act, and this child, for some reason, knew what they were doing. They were throwing chairs. And not only threw one chair, I can see you threw one chair and then like, oh, my fault, I'm crazy, blah, blah, blah. You started throwing chairs and hangers. No. You have a weapon now, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about 5 years. No, this woman gets a permanent check for the rest of her life. Full disability, the rest of her life. And I'm also suing the school district. You will never see me again. I now have only one eye. I'm a beautiful woman. I got these kids. I only can see them out of one eye now. The husband might leave. It's crazy. I want full 3,000% disability. I'm suing the school district. I'm suing the parents. I'm suing them. I'm suing everybody. And I want that child to be, I want charges. I'll go to the DA and say, I want to file charges against this child. I don't care what type of paperwork I sign, any kind of waiver to protect the child from harming me. No, out the window. I'm sorry. This is a tragedy. And what are you going to do? So you're going to put him in, you're going to put the dunce hat on the kid, put him in the corner, and then 2 months later, he's back out in regular population? No. How old is this child again?
Didn't say.
Listen, no, this is a criminal act. I'm hurt that this woman lost her eye. I do agree, SennyJ. The first chair, you should have ran out the door. I would have opened up the door. I would have let that kid run around in the hallway, knock everybody else out. I'm not doing it. And then these teachers, God bless them. You see teachers every year or every other year on strike because they're not making enough money. And I don't care what kind of class they're teaching. Teachers don't make money like that. And City have reported plenty of times throughout the years on this show how teachers purchase out of their money, they purchase supplies in certain school districts so the kids can have, these instruments and these tools to learn. And when these school districts, we talk about this plenty of times, where these school districts have a $1 billion budget.
Right.
You got a $500 million budget, and one of your employees get hit by a chair by a student and loses their eye. I'm suing everybody.
Yeah.
This woman is so unfortunate. But we wanna, the little Johnny, man, the dunce hat was, a little slow. No, not this one, not Shawn Harvey. I want charges filed. This is attempted murder. This is attempted murder to me. I feel bad for this young lady. She's probably a good woman. She loves to teach. She's teaching in the realm of this whole unpredictability of these kids being very aggressive. I wouldn't even let these type of children in the school. Build another school for these kids. Ma'am, sue everybody. You're a beautiful woman. You want it. And man, one of the most unconditional occupations in our industry is teaching. Like, oh my God, like these are the people who mold the young. And before I yield Bill back, what's up with the parents? Even though the parents can't do nothing with the kid with the dunce hat, what's up with you parents? You just probably shuffle these kids to school knowing they crazy as hell, so you can take a motherfucking break during the day until this weirdo come back home. That's sometimes I don't give a fuck. I think that's what it is too. I'm not saying all parents that got kids with severe disabilities and that are aggressive are like that, but I'm for sure that there's a small percentage of them that said, get this crazy ass nigga out of here for about 4 hours.
I believe that too.
It hurts me.
You know your child.
You know your child.
And
you know he's crazy as hell. You know he needs, and when he takes off his helmet, you gotta put his helmet back on. You neighbors are out here with these kids, and you don't allow them to keep their helmets on. They smacking the shit out of you, and then you take them to school. I feel bad for this woman. This beautiful woman that has a family, that a productive member of society. She goes to school on the second day of school and loses her noggin. Criminal. I'm done. I'm gonna yield my time. Criminal charges, sir. What is the district attorney? What are you reviewing? Look at the lady's eye. Full, triple VIP, usher type VIP disability for this woman.
Forever.
I don't know how old this woman is.
PTSD. I can't look at kids. A chair freaks me out. Seeing a chair is triggering. I can't take it.
But who's supposed to pay for that?
I just said, excuse me, I know that since you got your neck is thin and you can't hear as much as you can anymore, I said that these school districts are worth millions of dollars. Where did this happen at again, CJ?
But she's the administrator of the school.
Denny, so where did this happen? What school district was this? See, there you go. You're talking about titles. All that's out the window. This bitch done lost her eye. What school district is this again?
Collins Intermediate School.
Where is this? This?
It's in Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Maybe you might want to Google it real quick and see what that budget is annually. This woman needs a piece of that for the rest of her natural life. The rest of her natural life. She needs that money. I yield back. This woman needs about $20,000 a month for the rest of her life.
Shawn, can I jump in real quick? I just want to swivel real quick. Sorry, Senny, to interrupt the story. Sheila Hall and a few other people in the chat room. What's going on in New York City with these buses? Sheila says she's on a bus and they came on the bus checking everybody to make sure they paid a fare. What's going on with the MTA, y'all? Chime in. Let's know what's happening. Because I've been seeing it all through the chat about fare evasions and tickets for not being on the bus. And Sheila's she got the boots on the ground, Shawn. Sheila got the boots on the ground. She's on the bus and the cops came on the bus and they're asking everyone for their tickets to make sure they paid. We need to know what's happening. Let us know.
Well, the first question is, did Sheila get a ticket?
Sheila, did you pay, girl?
I know you lying.
Yeah, what is, I'm not in tune with that. Sheila, give us some more information. Why are they giving people tickets on the bus? Miss Miko, what's going on?
She said, hey, you guys, why did these MTA cops just got on my bus to check for payment? I'm on the B35 bus. They started at the beginning and they're going to the end. It's going to be a fight.
But don't you
What?
have to give in your tickets when you get on the bus? So if they want to see your ticket, didn't you already give it in when you get on the bus?
I don't know.
No, Cindy, a lot of people get on the bus. They get on the back of the bus. Yeah, come on, y'all. Come on. We should do that in New York all the time. The bus pull up. People get off the back of the bus, right? They exit the bus, and then people get on the bus. I did that when I was a kid.
They
Put a
said
number one in the chat room if you ever got on a bus on the back of the bus and you didn't pay. Give me 17 number ones. Miss Miko, have you ever got on a bus in New York City and didn't pay?
No, last time I took a bus in New York City, I was in middle school. No. And I had a little bus pass thing.
Okay. Copy Miss Miko. She bougie as hell. Put a number one in the chat room if you ever. Okay. Put a number one in the chat room if you hopped the train or you didn't pay on the bus. Give me 17,000 number ones. I think the problem with it is remember when we had COVID and they allowed people to ride in New York City for free, right? They right. Am I correct with that, folks in New York? I think they allowed mass transit, just everybody just get on the bus and train and just just go wherever you need to go. And I think a lot of people still got that mentality. And listen, the city says it all the time. Sometimes I agree with us, sometimes I don't. It's hard out here in these streets.
It is.
It's hard. And some people legitimately can't afford to get to work on the bus, but there are more people that are just fair invaders and they just don't want to pay.
Well, to be honest, what I think this is all is, because remember, New York was supposed to start that $15 price congestion, and it was a fight between the governor and I believe the mayor of New York and the MTA because they said that they weren't going to do it. Jersey was fighting them because the governor in Jersey was like, no, like how many people from our state commute into New York City, pay the toll, then have to pay when they're going to work. So all of this, so New York City put a hold on that $15 congestion pricing. So now the MTA is like, oh, okay, we gonna recoup that extra money and we gonna start cracking down. And that's probably what they're doing. And I bet you down in the subways, they're about to get it cracking in there too. Because the MTA is like, we gonna get this money by any means necessary. So go ahead, MTA, fight for your rights. You need to be cracking down on them that runner group. Remember we looked up the NYC Marathon? And they getting all this money out here? The MTA is donating to them. Well, maybe the MTA shouldn't donate to them because they getting enough money.
When you lose a lot of that neck, your points are so valid. You're so much clarity with that neck. God bless you, SennyJ. She is absolutely right. Y'all think y'all think y'all just gonna keep riding for free when the MCA got shut down on a proposal to make billions of dollars? No, that's gonna trickle down to your ass. And the person that's sitting next to Sheila right now, they gonna get that money. I see in the chat room that it's $2.90 to ride the bus and the train. New York City, one way.
And they're fining up to $100 if you don't have it.
That's crazy.
They ain't even asking for the fare. They gonna charge you the fare and a fine. So they about to make money. MTA, they like keep your little $15.
Money.
They about to make some money.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Is it just I just want to clarify? Is it $2.90 to ride the train or the bus in New York City? Is that the price?
Oh no, I don't live there.
Yeah,
guys in the chat room, what's the price of the bus and the train in New York City? I really don't know. Is it $2.90? If it's $1 set to 2, what is it? Because if it's almost $3, that is a lot of money. But Cindy's absolutely right. They're going to recoup this money one knucklehead at a time.
It's $2.90 one way.
$2.90 one way. That's a lot of money. I remember when the train used to be 50 cents.
I remember when the train used to be $1.25, I think.
$2.90. And Cindy's right. What they're gonna do is if you don't pay, they're gonna fine you $100. So guess what? That beef that she was on the B34, whatever bus she's on right now. If you get on the B34, it's gonna cost you $100. You might as well take an Uber. If that's the case, it's gonna take you $100 to get from point A to point B.
Do you get a free transfer?
I don't know.
They do
Do
that
they still get
apparently.
free? Guys in the chat room, do they still get free transfers? How does that work?
Because that's crazy. Like if you have a couple buses and you paying $3 each time, and I know 290 is not a lot of money, but people out here are struggling, especially if you have to
Yes.
take a couple of buses back and forth to get to work. You know, we gotta
Yes,
get out of our bubble sometimes.
it is a lot of money. It's $2.90. It's almost $6, like going, back and forth. That is a lot of money to folks that are in low income. So,
Right.
but at the same time, I have to agree with Cindy. They are going to find ways and means to recoup those billions of dollars that they lost when they got denied that congestion pricing
Sheila
situation.
Hall said her boss got a ticket. She paid her boss got a ticket, and she paid at the same time they caught her. They still gave her $100 fine.
Sheila,
The nerve.
so you were sitting next to your boss when she got
The
cracked for not paying
nerve.
for her ticket. Did you
So
look
wait,
at her sideways? Like, girl,
wait,
not
wait a
you
minute,
not
Miss.
paying to get on the bus. That's embarrassing.
I know. Wait a minute,
Mm.
Miss. Wait a minute, Miss. I had my dunce hat on for a minute. Her boss got the ticket, and she was willing to. I mean, she got stopped, and she was willing to pay the regular
The
fare, but
290,
they
and then
gave her
they
a
still
ticket
gave
anyway.
it. Yep.
That's what she should get.
Yep.
You should have paid the fare the first time. And Sheila, how are they doing this before we? I'm gonna yield my time. How are they doing it? People getting on the bus, and what? They got police or undercover police
Right.
on
Is it
the.
undercover police on there? Like what
No,
they
How are
the
they
doing,
doing that?
police.
Sheila?
I just looked up the story. The police are just stopping the bus and going on the bus.
Not stopping the bus and jumping on and locking me on the bus. What?
They jumping
Oh,
on the
they
What?
bus.
gangster. Oh, they. But wait a minute. How do you know?
I'm
Miss
late for
Mc,
work, Mr. Officer. I gotta go.
You
but
don't you
Cindy,
don't know. It's random.
yeah, but Cindy, but how do you know if you paid enough? Don't you put the money in when you get a card? Like, how does
How do
that
you
work?
know? Well, they said that they have an app, and after you pay, you should have a receipt on the app. And that's what I was just asking. I said, "Don't you turn in your bus ticket when you get on the bus?" So if you already turned in your ticket when you got on the bus, how do they know if you paid or not?
And exactly, I'm just kind of lost on that part. Where's LaShawn Hayes Jones?
Sheila Hall said they stop the bus at random stops. They don't let anyone off, and they ask everyone to show payment. And LaShawn Hayes Jones said everybody needs to pay because she needs to get a paycheck. So stop playing. And
Okay,
Nicole
so
Harris says they have on plain clothes they have plainclothes officers on each bus, and when the bus stops, the police officers and other authorities come on board and they do checks.
okay,
Nicole said not all buses have tickets. So then what do you use? Are they forcing people to use an app? Like what if you don't
how
have
does
the
that
app?
right? So they're stopping the bus, so they're not allowing people to get off the bus, and they come on the bus. Isn't that some kind of violation or something? Isn't that some kind of civil rights violation?
No, because you're on a city bus. It's city property that you're riding.
That's crazy.
Wow. I'm speechless.
This is the Metro North. Okay, I understand that you guys are telling me that's not how they do it. So how are they checking? Are they forcing people to use the app? How does
Sheila
it
Hall
go?
said where she is right now is uniform officers on that bus.
They on the bus right now? But my whole thing is that, okay, say for example, Miss
You you
Miko.
We
you have
need
to
to
pay
send
on your
Sheila the link. Sheila, you need to go live. We need footage.
Yeah, no
they
doubt. But
they say
but
you
but
have to pay on your phone, MetroCard or change. So if you pay by MetroCard, do you get a receipt after you slide it through the thing on the bus? Like
and
how do
Cindy,
they know you paid?
what if you can you all right, so can you pay with like cash? Like can does that or there's no cash, like say you got $2.90 or $3. Can you put the $3 in and they give you 10 cents back? Like how does that work?
I think
And then you get a
you on your 10
receipt.
cents. They're not giving you no 10 cents back. It's
But
over.
how does it work? If you don't have say if you don't have a Metro card and you have these apps and you have nothing, how do you get on the bus? And how do you prove that you paid? How does that work?
Mm.
Or do everyone have to have a Metro card to get on the bus?
Shannon Berry said there's an enforcement task force that does it.
Gotcha. No, I don't know. I don't ride the bus. I don't ride the bus. I haven't rode the bus in New York City in 10 years And I used to ride the bus in New York all the time, but that was 40 years ago.
So if it takes coins, would you now have to ask the bus driver for a
A
receipt?
receipt. Exactly. How
They
does
said no
that work?
receipt. Somebody said no receipt in there
So then
before.
how do they find out that people didn't pay?
I don't
Exactly.
know.
That's what we keep asking. You know what? Y'all in New York, y'all need to fight for your rights. That's
And
all I
y'all
gotta
need to
say.
find and
I
y'all
got
need to let us know how this works. Your guys are in New York. We don't know.
I don't know. Um this I want to give you guys one quick story really
All right,
quick
go
because
ahead.
it's going on right now. There is 9 deaths and 57 hospitalizations right now and growing reported from a listeria outbreak linked to Boar's Head deli meat. So if y'all got any Boar's Head deli meat in your refrigerator, or you go to a local deli in the morning and get you a turkey, egg, and cheese or whatever, ask them if it's Boar's Head deli meat. Do not eat it. Throw it out of your refrigerator. The CDC announced 14 more illnesses have been reported since its previous update earlier this month, bringing the total up to 57 across 18 states, which is now the largest listeriosis outbreak of its kind in the U.S. since 2011, which was then linked to cantaloupe. All 57 people have been hospitalized. The agency confirmed, adding that 6 new deaths include one from Florida, Tennessee, New Mexico, New York, and 2 from South Carolina. Um, a Boar's Head liverwurst sample tested positive last month for the outbreak strain of Listeria. The food manufacturer issued a recall of all items produced at its Virginia-based facilities and paused operations. Inspectors for the agency detailed dozens of regulatory violations at the plant, the USDA said, including black mold, mildew, cobwebs, and insects which were repeatedly found throughout the site. The recall, which was expanded from its initial notice on July 26th, includes approximately 7 million pounds of 71 products produced between May 10th, 2024 and July 29th under the Boar's Head and Old Country brand names. The items include ready-to-eat meats and poultry products intended for slicing at retail delis, plus some packaged items. They said everyone should check their homes for any remaining recalled Boar's Head products since they can have a long shelf life. Some of the products have sell-by dates of October 2024. So if you bought any deli meat within this month and still have it in your refrigerator, you should throw it out. Of course, um, they're saying Listeria is a bacteria that can remain on surfaces such as meat slicers and even refrigerated foods. It can cause severe illness when the bacteria spread beyond the gut to other parts of the body. Those at higher risk include pregnant people, those aged 65 or older, or anyone who has a weakened immune system. According to the CDC, anyone infected with Listeria may experience mild food poisoning symptoms such as diarrhea or fever. So you guys watch out, American food. It's disgusting. They don't care about us. And protect yourselves.
Uh,
Don't go to Subway no time soon.
uh,
Mm.
Welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. And you know what? Thanks for sharing the story. We went over time a little bit, guys, but I hope y'all don't mind that. And thank you, SennyJ, for the last story. And shout out to the queen, Miss Miko. And you know what? Honestly, I hear this story and that's what folks get. Because you go in the supermarket, I like going to the supermarket. People go to the supermarket and they go to that deli counter and they want all their meat sliced extra thin
Mm-hmm.
and they want it shaved and they don't want the regular slices that they have over there in the container box. And they being a pain in the ass to these delicatessen workers who gotta bust their ass and slice this stupid meat. And you know what they did? They put a dab of bullshit in the meat. This was a disgruntled worker that's trying to bring down the whole Boar's Head empire. And if you one of those people that go to the deli, let me get it extra, extra thin, shut up.
It's not just the deli. It's in their packaged products
I
too.
understand that. I understand that. That's what I'm saying. It goes back to the warehouse. They over there chopping up meat, and killing, damn near getting their fingers chopped off for your punk ass to go to the deli and go, let me get 3 extra slices. Shut up.
That's what they signed up for. Nobody's telling you to be a deli
No,
person.
people are a pain in the ass at the deli. Miss Miko, are you one of those, if you order deli meat or whatever, and you
I
like,
don't order deli meat.
but I'm
I don't
saying,
even eat it.
right, but I'm
I don't
saying
eat
if you did,
processed foods.
okay, even if you did, say if you did, are you one of those that go to the deli? Let me get an extra thin slice, and then they gotta show the slice to you like idiots. And this is the problem. I believe this is a hack version of meat. Pause. Somebody in the plant was like, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm gonna put, what's the name of the disease again?
Listeria.
Listeria. You know what that is? That's urine and poop mixed together.
It is. It really is.
Somebody took their own poop and took their urine, smushed it up together like this, and put it in the meat.
Sean. Do you remember that worker that peed in the Cheerios factory? He had to go to the bathroom and he couldn't get off. His supervisor kept saying no, production, and he whipped out his thing and peed right on the whole line of Cheerios a couple of years. Do y'all remember that story? Disgusting.
I remember that. But this is what's going on here. And Boar's Head, good for you. Good for you. Take it all off the shelves, all of it. And the people, if you purchase some Boar's Head cheese or meats recently, and if it's in your refrigerator, no, don't throw it out. Take that right back. Yeah, take it right back. Refund. I want my coin right now.
Period. Yep.
Taking it back right now.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. We were on just a couple of days this week. We're taking a little break from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team. We've been rocking all summer. We truly appreciate y'all. If you enjoyed the show, please put a number 1 in the chat room. If you didn't, put a number 2. We love our community here on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Waco Team. We can't do this show without you. Shannon, you give us my niece is giving us a number 2. You didn't like the show today, Shannon? God bless.
I understand your pain, Shannon. Go ahead.
God bless. God bless each and every one of you, and we truly appreciate you. Senny, we'll give you the last word before the last word, and I know my beloved nephew Lee Scott is waiting for your BS last word before Miss Miko give the official last word to set this weekend off. And we hope you guys and pray that you guys have a great weekend. And we'll be back. I know Labor Day is Monday. I think we'll be off that day, but we'll be back the next day.
Yeah, because we're gonna be in the city.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the city. Okay. Go ahead, Senny. Lee Scott and Princess is waiting for your last word.
Are you guys ready? Yeah. Hey, Mr. Best. Tell Auntie Susan I said hi. Hope you guys are doing good. Get my love to Giselle. The same boiling water that softens the potato also hardens the egg. Go into your weekend with that. The same boiling water that softens the potato,
yes,
hardens the egg.
Dope.
Remember that.
Yo.
It's not what situation you're in. It's what you're made of.
I am totally confused, but I love the way you delivered it.
And Miss Miko ain't here, so that's your final word.
Miss Miko, where you at?
She gone.
Okay, she's gone.
So that's what you're left with.
No, I'm totally confused with that last word, but I'll take it and thank you.
Think about it. Whoa. Critical think. Critical think.
Okay, cool. Miss Miko, where are you? She's talking about I can't hear. Come on, Miss Miko, where are you? Let's give you the last word before we get out.
Does it really matter? Haven't you all been fulfilled?
Right.
Does it really matter what her word was?
Exactly. You really dropped the effing jewel on us all. I think you confused the chat room, but maybe it was so deep that it just flew right over our heads. Maybe that's what it is. There she go.
I don't know. I couldn't hear you guys.
That last word was so bad that Miss Miko left the screen.
I was trying to figure out what she was trying to say. I said,
She was trying
Siri,
to.
explain this to me.
Yeah,
Mm,
she said some bullshit, but that's cool. Go ahead, Miss Miko, can you close out if you don't mind?
Well, my final word is about the 3-day weekend. So, you guys, happiness is not having to set your alarm for tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Enjoy your 3 days off.
Two bullshit last words of the day, back to back. I'd rather not pay my fare on the New York City bus than to hear these two last words. Everybody in the chat room, give them both a round of applause for two terrible bad words to set this weekend off. Both of them were horrible. Let's go.
Y'all know y'all like that one. Y'all know y'all like that one. Don't be haters.
Your guys be safe. We see you guys on next week, probably next because we're gonna be off on Monday. So God bless you guys, and y'all guys be safe, and we're out. Come on, let's wave at these folks.
Bye, guys.
All right, later.
Bye, guys.